I know, like, people aren't really for you, or people you're not supposed to be around. Basically, they'll have connections. Even people with connections, they'll open doors for you, but they'll open doors to the wrong things. They'll send people your way, but they'll send people your way that actually are here to distract you and confuse you versus actually bring you solutions to problems and resources to what it is that you're supposed to be doing or you're supposed to be figuring out. If you're in a friend group, they'll make jokes that you don't find funny. They'll say things and cover it up and say it's a joke and this and that, but it's really not funny to you. Or and when you explain why it's not funny, they still joke about it and you're doing too much. You're being too serious. Your love language is different. Communication is always off. You can never really communicate clearly. You can never really understand each other. It's always miscommunication and a connection. Always arguments. It's always fighting. It's always bickering. When you're around them, you lose things. You break things. Things break. Or they break your things. You lose things. It could be either you just losing things around them. They could be stealing things from you as well. Possibly wolves in sheep's clothing, or people that will possibly stab you in your back. Negative beings around you, you may start dropping things, spilling things, like you may start accidentally knocking shit over and you're wondering like, why the fuck is this happening right now? You're around people that aren't really your friend, or they may be here to deceive you in some kind of way, or they don't serve your highest good in that timeline. And it's not to say that you will never come back around them and they're never good for you. It's not to say that they're bad in all things, but it's just in that time, y'all are not in alignment. Y'all are out of alignment. Y'all are not meant to be aligned at that time. They don't align with your lifestyle. They may indulge into smoking, drinking, partying, and you may not want to do that. You may want to go go to the library, you want to go exercise, or you want to go do yoga or whatever it is that you want to go do, but they want to go do these other things. So y'all's activities, the things y'all like to do is not aligning anymore. The things that y'all like to eat may not align. You may want to fucking start eating healthy, and every time you're around them, you're eating bad shit. Every time you're with them, you're making bad decisions. Every time you're around them, you're indulging into bad habits, and you know that that's not really you on the inside. You know that's not really how you operate, and that's not what you want for your life. Or as you become your higher self, that's not really what you see as your higher self. A lot of times these people try to convince you that it's cool, it's fine, it's just, you're just living life in the moment, you're just doing this, but deep down inside you know that every decision that you're making is contributing to your future, is contributing to the next steps that you make in your life. Every moment, even the time that you're spending and you're wasting on these people, is affecting your future. Every moment that you're spending in the present is kind of creating your future. If you're around the wrong people constantly and you know that that's not what you see yourself as, you want to be around people that will possibly help you elevate, that you see yourself as in the future. You see growth. If you're not growing around people and you feel stagnant around people, like they're not really adding any substance to your life, they're not adding anything to you, they're just lingering around basically. People, souls, or energies or spirits, whatever, linger around, but they're not adding anything to you. Y'all cannot bounce off ideas either. Good ideas that'll help grow you and expand you. That y'all beliefs are different. Align with people that have similar beliefs. If you believe in God and they don't believe in God, that's a red flag, right? If you believe in a higher power and they don't believe in a higher power, but they just believe in the universe. It's all about you, the world you're creating, and you seeing this working for you, and you're aligned with people that are in a different world that operate in a different world, and that doesn't work for you. You need to realign with people, places, and things that does align with that. A lot of people will weigh you down. They're like baggage. You might not have any physical baggage, but you have these people around you, and that's the baggage that you gotta let go of. So you may feel tired or you may feel drained around these people. Every time they talk to you, you want to fall asleep. Every time they hug you and touch you, you want to fall asleep. That's because they're draining your energy, and you don't need to be around them. When you're talking to people, you start feeling drained. You start feeling your energy getting sucked away when you're talking to them, giving them all the information about you. You're giving them all your ideas, all the dreams that you have, and you start feeling yourself feeling like energy is being sucked out of you while they're listening. Because a lot of people too, they'll say, I'm just a good listener. I'm just a good listener. You telling every fucking thing about yourself. These people will say all day they're good listeners, and they can come off as nice, sweet, whatever the fuck, but that's a sign that they're not for you. If after you, when you're talking and all they doing is fucking listening, they're not adding anything to the conversation really. They're just trying to get information on you. The monitoring spirit, that's an entity that's just there to fucking get all the information it can on you, and then possibly in the future either use that against you or steal it for their own selfish reasons, or their own selfish whatever they want to do with it. People that probably aren't good for you is like they gossip, like they talking about this person, that person, they talking about every fucking body but they got themselves. They talking about what everybody else got going on but themselves, but they don't got shit going on in their life. They're talking about everything else and everybody else but they got their own progress, they got their own achievements, because they have none. They're not gonna applaud you for your achievements. They're gonna give you a half-ass, like, oh, that's nice, that's good. But you could tell the difference between somebody that really is cheering you on, and somebody is like halfway, like, okay, they like what you're doing, but they're still also partially jealous of what you're doing. They're partially jealous of your blessings. They're partially jealous of how you're able to manifest. They're partially jealous of how things work out for you. Also get jealous of how you survive traps set up for you, or that they set up for you. They get jealous of when you're able to survive, continuously live, and also when you're happy and you're able to be happy in circumstances that most people aren't happy in, when you're not dimming your light either. They hate when you don't choose not to dim your light for them, or when you're around other people and you choose not to dim your light. Whatever underlying energy it is, there's never something anybody's going to say. It's an energy that you have to pick up on people. It's an energy you have to feel. You have to read. You have to discern. People that's good for you, they're going to go hard for you just as much as you go hard for them. I might give them like the best angles in the picture, like give them the best pictures, the best video angles, all that. But for me, they may not even give that. They just do it real quick, or they're not really interested in it. They literally don't even really want to take your pictures, or they don't really fuck with you like that. Are they really for you versus you being for them? They don't support your business. They don't share your shit. They don't like shit on your page. They literally just watch that shit over and over. They monitor every fucking thing on your page, and they're not rooting for you. They're not sharing your shit. And some of these people, they be gatekeeping too. They know they have resources to share, but they gatekeep because of what they want for their own self. They don't want people to see you, because you might be bringing something to the table that's way better than what they bringing, and they'll start gatekeeping their connections as well, just so you can still be hidden or not seen. Mind you, you don't need their connections, because you can walk into any room and people will see you. People will see your light. This is things people do. And this includes, like, especially if you're a creative like me, for example. I go to events. I've been to events even. I've been around people, and I realize this one thing, that people gatekeep things from chosen ones and people that have light. Real light beings. They try to gatekeep information from, or connections, or certain things that they know will open up a door for them. Even like resources, like to live. They may know all the tricks and all the stuff to get through certain obstacles that you're asking for, and you're sharing the information with them, telling them, oh, I need help with this, and they're looking at you and they know the answer, but they still steadily just letting you suffer and leaving you in the dark and trying to keep you in the dark about everything. That's not your friend. That's not your family member. That's not people that you need to be around. Those aren't connections that you want to have. But all right, y'all. Peace.